What's up, y'all? Targeted individual Dell here. Just wanted to come on here real quick and say happy Thanksgiving, and not necessarily celebrating all of the genocidal aspects of Thanksgiving, acknowledge and recognize that. And then hope you guys are having a great time with family or by yourself, or whatever you're doing. I just hope you're having a great day. Anyway, I just wanted to come on here quick and say, I've been noticing that I'm having these intrusive, very impulsive thoughts that don't necessarily seem to stem from somewhere where I would put my thoughts. How it's been explained to me, and who knows, how much truth there is behind it, but, there are a couple of different lines of thoughts in the brain. The one that usually governs your internal monologue type situation, my perpetrators, they call that my personal line of thought, which is when I'm looking at the color red or the color pink and I'm thinking red or pink, in my head, that's my very most forward line of thought, the personal line of thought. That's what they call it. I don't know what everyone else calls it, but that's what they call it. And then there are a couple of other more, not quiet, but other lines of thoughts that I don't necessarily actively or intentionally access, but I've kind of, over my years of targeting, have been able to kind of touch on them a little bit, or more so than maybe even I think, I'm not really sure, but there are at least 2 more minimum, and for people with more gray matter or something, I don't know, there might be even more, but for me it's just maybe 3, probably 4 max, but 3 likely total, lines of different thought, layers of thought, you know what I mean? So there are oftentimes when those really intrusive thoughts come, I just almost choked on my tongue briefly. Anyway, shit, I lost it. I'm not going to edit that out. It's probably going to be funny. Train of thought. Right. So I've been noticing a lot, especially, in times when I'm really even stressed out, but just all the time, if I'm having these mega intrusive kind of impulsive thoughts, in some of those line of thoughts that are a lot farther back than, my personal line or even the secondary line, I'm thinking and I'm punishing myself for having those thoughts, because oftentimes they're super intrusive and I don't want to think them, and I don't agree with them. I don't identify, as a person who would actually think that naturally. And that's kind of my point of today. I mean, aside from celebrate, family time or, whatever, is recognize where your thoughts are, and recognize that sometimes when those intrusive thoughts come, I think everyone who has an actual internal monologue will have intrusive thoughts at times, right? But for us targets is a little bit different. So just recognize when those thoughts come up, however inappropriate they might be or disturbing, that they're sometimes and oftentimes they're not yours. They're put there to make it seem like you did think of them. Just recognize that. Those aren't your thoughts. They're inserted. They're injected into your brain. And you don't need to shame yourself. And I know it's really hard to say that, because I'm always feeling guilty or awful when those super intrusive thoughts come all the time. So, try not to punish yourself for those thoughts that did not originate from you. They're not yours. And you shouldn't, it would be, it wouldn't be very productive for you to try to take responsibility for something that you did not produce and you should not feel for. All right? Okay. Well, you guys have a great day, and I'm making a video. All right, you guys have a good one. Happy holidays and stay strong out there. Peace.